There are a ton of cars and vanities that you can only get in the Crew 2 that will transfer over to your Motorfest collection, and this week is absolutely monstrous. You do not want to miss out on these exclusives. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my Motorfest tunes or my Need for Speed Heat builds, I've moved everything to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. There's links in the main navigation menu for Need for Speed Heat builds and Motorfest Pro settings, so click those if you're looking for that. The link to the site is actually in the description of this video. All right. Enjoy. All right, so I know this isn't ideal. I'm also frustrated that I have to grind an old game to get stuff that I need and want for Motorfest. We're both in this situation together, so let's not complain about it. Let's just get to work. The point of this series is to inform you of all the things on a weekly basis that you may want to go after in the Crew 2 to add to your Motorfest collection. And some weeks will be heavier than others, but it's always good to be in the know. All right, this is meant to be a short video, so let's get to it. Let's talk about the summit first. The platinum reward for this week's summit is the Bugatti Veyron Deep Blue Edition. It is a Crew 2 summit exclusive. That means you cannot get it in Motorfest without getting platinum in this week's summit. It's available only this week, and you cannot purchase it in the Crew 2 store or the Motorfest store. You must get platinum this week. I said it again, it is exclusive to this week. In addition to that, we've got the So French Vanity tire. This is an epic reward that you'll get for getting gold in this week's summit, and gold is honestly really easy. You kind of just have to compete in each of the 9 events. You don't even really have to do well. You're pretty much guaranteed a gold if you just participate. So it's nice to just pick up an extra vanity for basically nothing. And for this summit, you're only gonna need 3 cars. The Ford GT Hypercar, which costs around $700,000, the Peugeot 205 T16 Evo 2 Rally Cross car, which is $280,000, and the 3008 DKR Maxi Rally Raid vehicle, which only costs a couple $100,000. That bundle, though, if you buy it in the store, will cost you 1.6. And just as I'm saying this, I'm realizing that the prices I gave you for the cars were actually the discounted season pass price. And it's actually a good time to mention the season pass. If you want a discount on your store and all the cars that you need to buy for the summits, you can buy the season pass. It's $40, but it gives you a 20% discount on all the cars, and I think there's a couple other little perks in there as well. I don't remember, I bought it years ago, but you do a one-time purchase and you'll get 20% off everything in the Crew 2 store. And that's actually 20% off, not the real money, not the CCs, but the actual bucks, the in-game currency. So anyway, it might be a good idea, but you know, that's totally up to you and your budget. All right, let's take a look real quick at this week's Vanity store. And lastly for this week, let's talk about the newly purchasable cars. These are cars that were previously exclusive rewards in the Crew 2. So they were either Motor Pass rewards or Summit rewards or, you know, those types of things. These are cars that you couldn't purchase at all, and now you can, and they all transfer into your Motorfest collection. So it would be a good idea to grind for the money so that you can buy these cars. The first one is the EB110 Super Sport Anodized Edition. This one will cost you 1.7 million. 20% off of that, I think, is somewhere around 1.3 or 4. And then the Creator's Tempesta, which is 1.4 million. Again, 20% off of that gets you somewhere around 1.2 or so. And then Proto Lucky 1, which is 1.1 million. And then again, with a 20% discount, you're looking at, you know, 800 to 900,000. All of these cars are pretty expensive. So if you total it up, the grand total that you're going to need to spend this week, if you do not have the season pass, is 5.8 million. And there are lots of ways to get money. The method that I find to be the most enjoyable is actually the New York hypercar race. I know it might not be the exact fastest way to do it, but the change in scenery is nice, and it is a 30-minute race, so it's pretty long, but at least you're just racing across the country and you have different things to look at and different paths. It's a really nice race, especially if you have the time to do it, and you can do it with friends, and only one person needs to win in the crew in order for everyone to get the rewards. So my suggestion is, if you're just grinding cash, that's a very easy way to do it. Have your friend finish one race, then swap, and then you finish a race, and then have your friend finish a race, and you can sort of just AFK it. As long as you don't get kicked from the server, you will make the money that way. So anyway, just a short little tip there, but do not miss these exclusive this week. These are all cars that you really only have one shot at the Bugatti Deep Blue Edition, and then the other 3 cars you can purchase. You don't have to do it right away or do it this week. They will be available for purchase going forward. So this is something that you can, you know, purchase in time when you gain the money, but definitely compete in this week's summit. This is a car that you probably won't see again this year. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you found this video helpful, please do subscribe to the channel for more Crew Motorfest and Crew 2 information, tips, and daily videos. Thank you so much. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.